Now that I'm all warmed up, I got my rings set up on this nice little bar. I got my music down here. And yeah, let's have a great workout.
Welcome back to another training video. This time around, we are working out in the freezing cold because after all, it's the holidays and most gyms are closed. I said, you know what? Let's not make excuses. Instead, let's shovel out this damn park and do an intense workout. So I brought my gymnastic rings and I'm doing the fundamentals. And let me tell you, man, it takes a lot of motivation and willpower to come in when it's minus 22. This is one of the coldest days up in Canada, right? And to be honest with you, I don't plan on doing it again because it was just a terrible experience. Just freezing, absolutely freezing, and you just feel drained from doing this. So this is the workout. I'm starting off with some ring push-ups with external rotation. Now, you'll notice that every single repetition, I'm locking the weight out, full locking out, no bend in the arms, because that is what's required of gymnastic training. You always want to have locked arms. Even if you're hypermobile like me, you still want to lock. And that's what's going to build the necessary bicep tendon strength to do more advanced moves. So I'm starting at the very beginning. This is the basics. And I pretty much do this before performing more advanced techniques. So ring push-up with external rotation, really good. You're going to feel your chest, shoulders, and triceps and hits the bicep tendon hard. Secondly, we're moving on to some push-up ring support. Again, the elbows are 100% locked out. I'm trying to maintain hollow body, so protracted posterior pelvic tilt as well. And the form is pretty clean, as you can see. The only difference here is that I'm not externally rotating my hands. It's kind of like in a neutral position, and I really have to work up to doing full external. So once I could do full external, well, then I'm obviously going to progress on to the dips with full external rotation because, again, it's very difficult. Guys think it's easy to go on rings, but trust me, you actually have to work it, and it's a totally different sensation. So just practicing some basic ring support, locked arms, like I said, building that tendon strength. About a week ago was very difficult to do. I actually had to do it assisted with the fully locked arms. I had to put one hand on the floor and one hand locked. So it's a very good way of building tendon strength. And I think that once I could do the basic ring support, I'll be able to do more advanced moves without prompts. So again, this is just the last set of this particular exercise. Try it out. If you're new to rings, you really want to start with the basics so you don't get injured, okay? Very, very important. So straight arm work is essential. Now that my elbows are nice and warm and I've been practicing the lock position, it's time to do some ring support in the dip position. So as you can see, my form is a lot better than last time. I'm not in external rotation this time because I don't believe I have the strength to do it with correct form. So I'm just going to keep it rather neutral and instead focus on making sure that my body is upright and having my elbows completely locked, right? Because again, when you bend your arms, it makes the exercise way, way, way easier. I would say 10 times easier, no doubt. And when I say 10 times, that's not an over-exaggeration. It's literally 10 times easier if you bend your elbows. So when you keep it completely locked, I'm telling you, you're going to feel your biceps stretching like crazy. There's a lot of tension on the tendon. So that's why it's very important to do straight arm work.
Holy moly, guys, it's getting so cold. My hand's like frozen, so I have to not even conceal the entire glove. It's like, dude, this is rough. It's a lot harder than I thought. I'm freezing, my muscles hurt, and I'm heavier because I'm wearing this jacket, man. Damn.
So yeah, you can see I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. I definitely have locked arms. There's no bend whatsoever. My body's upright. I'm not in a shrugged position. I'm not bent forward. This is a lot more strict than my last full body workout. So again, we're just focusing on the fundamentals before we could do more advanced moves. This is what it means to be building strength, not testing it. Do not ego lift when doing gymnastic training. Otherwise, you will get snapped up. I promise you're gonna get snapped up if you try to rush into things too quickly. So this is me just doing it one step at a time. And I know I'm a beginner, but you know what? Cut me some slack. I'm working on it. So yeah, here's some inverted rows, okay? Very, very good for the upper back and the biceps. It's great because you can adjust position so that it's always going to be difficult. So you don't even have to do barbell rows or cable rows if you don't want to. Just doing the inverted rows is going to fulfill the horizontal movement pattern. Now I'm doing these to warm up my biceps and my back because it's kind of like a pre-exhaust tool before the ring pull-ups. And I find that by doing it this way, I can get more out of less weight because if I do regular ring pull-ups, it's going to be too easy. So I would require weights. But if I do inverted rows before doing the pull-ups, then it's going to be much more challenging. And on top of that, I'm weighted right now, which makes it even more difficult. So yeah, give the inverted row a shot. I'm not going all the way up. I'm just doing what my anthropometry is desired of, you know, hitting the rear delts, upper back. It's a great lift. So yeah, here's some L-sit ring pull-ups. I gotta say it's way, way, way harder because I have heavy boots on. So it's acting as a form of resistance for the abs. I actually felt my abs like crazy, okay? And also I have the winter jacket on. So this is pretty much the heaviest L-sit pull-up I've ever done, realistically. But I'm telling you, it's a really, really good exercise. Again, you're getting a lot out of it, even though you're not going weighted. The rings allow you to twist, so you can hit the biceps very hard. The L hold with the boots hits the core really, really hard, and it's a great exercise to perform. So give it a shot. I'm not going to show you every set, otherwise this workout is going to be way too long. But this is the last set here, and you can see like it's getting way more difficult, man. I'm having trouble finishing this particular portion. All right, so now we're at the inverted hangs. This is really good on the lower back. It also pulls on the entire spine. Like it reinforces proper posture, and it's gonna build shoulder mobility as well as bicep strength. You can see at the bottom, I'm kind of doing like a back lever. This is set number 4. So again, you're just straightening your body and you're going all the way back slowly. You really, really, really feel the biceps when you do this, and you have to stabilize with your core and your lower back. It's a tremendous lift, and I'm doing a lot of it because it feels amazing on the rotator cuffs, and I feel that it builds really good thoracic mobility. So I'm doing a lot of inverted hangs pretty much every workout. And it's also going to be a good move to build up to more advanced ring moves because it builds bicep strength through the extreme weighted stretch. So now, these are some ring extensions. What's great about ring extensions is that it's more difficult than a regular skull crusher, and you can pretty much move it so that it's very natural. This is how an extension should be done, if you ask me, because it's engaging the entire body. You have to stay tight with your core. Your feet are planted into the ground. Actually, you feel your abs working a lot. You can also move the rings, so you get free rotation of the hands, no elbow stress, anything like that. And you can also overload the joint angles by manipulating your leverages, okay? So there's pretty much unlimited potential with this lift, and I'm convinced that if you get strong at it, you will have huge triceps. So it hits the long head of the triceps pretty nicely as well. And then to finish off, here's some inverted curls. The inverted curl is also a really, really good bicep exercise. Like if you just do this, you don't have to do curls in the gym. And that's real talk, man. This lift is very, very difficult. Your biceps get pumped super easily. And again, it's unlimited weight potential because you can always adjust your feet. If you make your feet elevated while they're straight, damn, man, it could literally become an impossible exercise. So the inverted curl is very good for hitting the biceps, and if you don't want to use weights, this would be the best thing to do. I would say this is better than the weighted chin-up in many cases because you can strictly isolate them, and it's just a fantastic lift. So that's really all I have for today's workout. Hope you enjoyed this session, man. It was definitely difficult, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
All right, I can't handle any more of this, man. Whoa, that was a difficult workout, much harder than I anticipated. Let me tell you, when you have to do calisthenics and gymnastics outside in the freaking cold, and you got a shovel, whew, it's a challenge, let me tell you.